Hi guys, Olive here today to do the Women on YouTube tag. This is quite the older tag. It was created back in 2015 by the lovely Brie May, who was unfortunately no longer making YouTube videos. I have always wanted to do this tag, but back when it was created in 2015, I was a little bit lacking on experience since I had just started my channel at the beginning of that year. So now I'm hoping to breathe a little bit of life back into this tag and answer the questions, which are wonderful. So starting off with question number one, when and why did you start your YouTube channel and how would you categorize your content style? I have been a viewer on YouTube for a very long time. I would say somewhere between 11 and 12 years ago I started watching YouTube videos, but this channel I created almost 3 years ago in January of 2015. I started this channel because I fell in love with BookTube and I wanted to be a part of all the conversations going on here. When it comes to categorizing my content, I obviously talk about books and to a lesser extent other forms of media. When it comes to categorizing my style, I find that a little bit more difficult. I would say that the way that they're edited is what I call rapid fire, or someone who doesn't like my style would probably call it choppy. I decided to edit my videos this way before I even sat down to film my very first BookTube video. I really liked it, and I thought and still think that it really reflects my thinking and talking a mile a minute type of personality. Generally, I would classify my content as very bookish, but also very reflective of me and my personality. So it's intelligent, yet humorous, colorful, sassy, honest, and boozy. Question number two is, what are your dreams and or goals for your future as a content creator? My dreams and goals for this channel are pretty exclusively tied to the content that I hope to make in the future. Every expectation I ever had for this channel has already been exceeded, and that expectation was basically, maybe I'll have 1,000 subscribers someday. I had no thoughts past that. I know I want to start doing some more creative things with the book reviews that I do. I want to start doing reviews more often, which I will talk about in my channel goals video. And I want to jazz up the reviews that I do with some other types of things mixed in, kind of like I did with the Bird Mania review recently. I know I definitely want to start doing some new things with Nonfiction November, some of which I'm going to start discussing with Gemma here very shortly. Also in my personal life, I really want to be more involved with the Pittsburgh literary scene, and I hope to bring at least a piece of that to my channel. Every year, Pittsburgh is becoming more and more of a presence on the literary scene. I absolutely love living here. I love participating in the literary happenings that are going on all the time, and I hope to highlight that on my channel. Question number three. Are there any unique challenges you have faced as a woman on this very public internet platform? How do you deal with them? Fortunately, I have not encountered too many. When I first got started on YouTube, I fully anticipated a boatload of nasty comments, but I really don't get that many. I was definitely expecting comments on my appearance, which I rarely, if ever, get. If I do get them, they're nice comments, like they like my hair in a video or something like that. However, I will say that a video I posted a few months ago has been getting the most ridiculous comments, to the point where I had to go back and untag the video. It was my reading as an INTJ video, in which I talked about how reading helps me as an INTJ personality type. I was getting tons of comments from men, and men exclusively, trying to tell me that I was not an INTJ personality type because I have an expressive face. With those comments and any other comments like those, my strategy is always delete the comment, block the person who sent it. I only made one rare exception on that INTJ video and left a response to one of the comments that I was getting in the hopes that it would discourage other people from leaving me similar comments. But generally for those types of comments, I just don't have time for it. I literally don't have time for it in my life. And when I say rude comments, I don't mean something that's up for interpretation like, maybe I'm reading that the wrong way. No, it's very clear that the person is trying to be a troll. If I see something like that, then that person loses the privilege to comment on my channel. That's what it is, a privilege. Not a right. Question number four. Which of your videos has given you the greatest sense of satisfaction? That would probably be my review of Back to Moscow by Guillermo Arrades that I did last fall. To give you a little bit of background as to how that review came about, I had just posted a wrap-up and TBR video in which I enjoyed one glass of wine. At the time, I was working crazy hours. I was working overtime all over the place. My company had just brought on a new client. So I was exhausted, and so I felt compelled to have a glass of wine, and I showed myself drinking some of it during the video. Apparently, this did not agree with some people's sensibilities because that video started getting hammered with dislikes. Given that I was rather stressed at the time, I really didn't need that number of dislikes coming my way. Not that I ever need that number of dislikes. So I decided I was going to troll right back, and my next video, I was going to be drunk. I decided that the best way to do this would be to do a review of a book that I had just finished and really loved that was set in Russia. And as such, I could do vodka shots. Right before I did that review, I remember thinking that it was going to be one of the best or worst things that I have ever done. And to this day, I think it remains one of the best things I've ever done on this channel. I had a ton to say about the book and about Russia in general, so it's not a gimmicky video. It's an intelligent and funny video that I just happened to be getting drunk in. Question number 5. What advice would you give to other women and girls on YouTube? This one is a tough one because all of our experiences are very different. But related to what I was talking about earlier, I will say don't worry about appearing harsh by blocking people who are going out of their way to give you a hard time. I have seen several fellow ladies on BookTube say something like, well, this person kept doing this behavior, and so I had to block them. No, if they start harassing you, block them. Blocking them doesn't mean that you're rude or unnecessarily harsh. It means that you've decided you don't deserve to be harassed, which you don't deserve to be harassed. I would also say don't be afraid to show confidence. I see a lot of booktubers in their videos apologizing for this thing or that thing, and the whole time I'm thinking, I wouldn't have even noticed that thing you're apologizing for if you hadn't have mentioned it. We all have limitations, but I find that if you decide, this is what I have to offer, and I'm going to choose to rock it, everyone in the situation is more comfortable. Question number 6. If your subscribers walk away from your channel having absorbed only one thing, what would it be? I sincerely hope that it's clear to people who are subscribed and not subscribed to my channel that I am someone who is constantly striving to be better. I consider myself a constant work in progress, and I wake up every single day with the hopes that I will be better than I was yesterday. I really and truly hope that that reflects in the way that I put myself out there. Question number 7 is, who are 3 female YouTubers you would recommend your subscribers check out, and what do you admire about them? In the not too distant past, I did a whole video about booktubers who inspired me to start my channel, so I will endeavor to talk about people who aren't on that list. But I will say that it is exceedingly difficult to narrow this list down to just 3 women. There has never been a previous time in my life where I've been able to count so many amazing, inspirational women as peers. That being said, the first person I would like to mention is Jean from Jean's Bookish Thoughts. Jean is a pillar of this community, so I suspect you already follow her, but I so admire her as a person, and I admire the content that she makes. She is passionate about politics and isn't afraid to talk about it in her videos. She makes intelligent and engaging content about her studies and about all the topics that she's passionate about. She is genuine and approachable and makes what she wants to make and does a damn fine job of doing so. The next person that I would like to mention is Stephanie at Time to Read. Stephanie has been a part of the BookTube community for quite a long time, and I have been following her channel for almost as long. Stephanie is one of the most authentic people I have come across on BookTube. She expresses her feelings and opinions on books without getting all caught up in BookTube pressures or BookTube hype. On her channel, she so firmly and yet at the same time so casually stays true to herself and her interests. She is also not afraid to have her own emotions and to show them on her channel. Like, I've seen her get choked up by books that have really affected her. To put it simply, I respect the hell out of what she does on her channel. Plus, she's so bright and so kind, and she really works hard to stay engaged with the BookTube community regardless of how busy she is. I just love her to pieces. And the third person that I would like to mention is Jennifer, and insert literary pun here. I have to give a big thank you to Britta for pointing me in the direction of Jennifer's channel a while back. I remember watching one video of hers and thinking, I like this girl. It was one of those times that I've experienced quite frequently since joining BookTube where I'm thinking, how do I become friends with this person in the least creepy way possible? I love the way that Jennifer reads and the way that she talks about the books that she reads. She is so fucking smart, and she doesn't just dive into a book. She like straight up cannonballs into the books that she reads and then somehow manages to pick the exact perfect words to summarize her reading experience. Jennifer is the type of person that I feel intensely privileged to call a peer because she so inspires me to be better and do better things with my channel. She is going to set the reviewing world on fire. Just you wait. And question number 8 is, who do you tag? Besides the 3 lovely ladies that I talked about in this video who I definitely tag, I will leave a list of people that I'm tagging down in the description box below. But as I said at the beginning of this video, I'm hoping to breathe new life into this tag. So if you're seeing it and you're interested in doing it, I am tagging you. If you have any comments or questions about anything you've seen in this video, you can put it either in the comment section below, or you can find me on a variety of different places on social media, and the links to all of my profiles are linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.